What's up everybody, this is Teacher Ivan from NextGen Academy. Our goal in this channel is to help you achieve your highest potential and to help you understand subjects in the easiest and the most efficient way. If you'd like to get more tips and tricks on how to achieve A star in your IGCSE, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel. Lastly, if you need any help in your studies, you can always head on to our website, link in the below, or our Instagram, drop us a DM and we'll be able to help you. Enjoy this video and I wish you all the best.
All right. Okay, welcome back, my NextGen family. Today, we are going to go through this paper, May-June 2024, paper 4.1. Okay, I think there are some questions that are a little bit tricky in this paper. This is a 130 marks paper, and it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, so for all of you here who haven't been practicing, please practice on your paper 4. Okay, don't practice so much on paper 2 only. You need to do paper 4 because paper 4 is where all the hard questions are at. And this is where you normally, what I observe is a lot of students lose marks over here. Okay, let's go straight to question 1. A. The table shows the area in km square of the 4 largest rainforests in the world. Okay, so you got Amazon, Congo, Atlantic, Valdivian. Find the area of the Valdivian rainforest as a percentage of the area of the Amazon forest. Okay, area of Valdivian, percentage of Amazon. Okay, so how do we convert this sentence? We will write Valdivian over Amazon multiply 100%. Okay, Valdivian is 250,000 over Amazon 550,000. Okay, be careful on the 0 here. We times 100%. Okay, if you want to simplify it first, also can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just type this into calculator because you all have full access to calculator. Okay, don't make your life hard. Don't go and calculate it manually. You'll get 4.55%. Okay, normally when we write down your answer, remember, write it to 3 significant figure. Okay, if your final answer, the decimals is a recurring decimal or irrational number, round it up to 3 SF, unless they state another unit. Okay, number 2, write in its simplest form the ratio of the areas of the rainforest, Valdivian, Atlantic to Congo. Okay, VA to Congo. Okay, so how to do this question? You write down all the units first. VA Congo. V is 250,000. Amazon 5512345. Congo 123456. Okay, first thing that we can do is we divide all the zeros first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hold on a minute. They are right. The wrong number of zeros. Okay, you see, teacher made mistake already. This one, it should be 1, 3. I used the wrong A. 1, 3, 1, 5, 0, 0, 0. Okay, sorry. So here only can take off 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next thing. What is the common factor between all of them? Okay, we can divide it by 5. Let's try 5. We divide all by 5 first. This will be 50. Here will be 263. Here will be 400. Okay, any other values that we can divide it by? Any more common factors between all of them? Okay, I don't think so. So this will be your final answer. 50, 263, 400. Number 2. Okay, number 3. The Amazon rainforest has 60% of its area in Brazil and 10% of its area in Colombia. 43 and 1/3% of the remaining area. So you see here why they highlight this, they bold it, of the rainforest is in Peru. Find the percentage of the Amazon forest that is in Brazil, Colombia, and Peru. Okay, what is the first step that we got to do here? Why did they highlight this remaining area? Okay, so you see, Amazon forest, I want you to think Amazon forest is the entire thing right now. Okay, has 60% in Brazil. So Brazil here got 60%. Colombia got 10%. Remaining area, so whatever that's remaining. Okay, 43 and 1/3% of it. 43 and 1/3% of it. Understand the scenario here? Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to find what is the percentage of the remaining area first. percentage remaining, which is you take 100 minus 60 minus 10, which is equals to 30%. Okay, so they say 43 and 1 over 3% of the remaining area. Okay, how do we calculate for this? You take 43 and 1 over 3%, you multiply by 30%. Okay, everyone take out your calculator. You all know how to type in this value? 43 and 1 over 3%. Means you divide by 100 times 30 over 100. Okay, your calculation, you know how to calculate it? Wait, let me just double check this. 43 and 1 over 3 times 30. Okay, you can't, yeah, you're over here, you can multiply, but you need to multiply this in terms of percentage first. So for you to change from this value to percentage, you need to divide by 100 first. Okay, this one also, you divide by 100. Okay, so you divide 100, you get 0.13, which is equals to 13%. Okay. This is how you do it. So you won't get the 1,300. I think that's where the commonly where students get wrong. Okay, so 13% is how much of percentage of Amazon forest is in Brazil, Colombia, and Peru. You just add up all together. So 60 plus 10 plus 13. And you get 83%. Okay, so this is a question of percentage. Okay, is it okay to multiply 43 and 1 over 3 out of 100 times 30? How do you get 100 times 30? So 30 over 100, is it? 43 and 1 over 3 times 30 over 100. Is that what you're doing? Let me see. 43. I don't understand what is 100 over times 30 out of 100 times 30. 130 over 3 over 100 multiplied by 30. Okay, you'll get 13% also, right? Okay, technically can, but it's not exactly the correct working. Can you write it 43 over 3? Cannot. It's not 43 over 3. How to convert this to improper fraction? It's not 43 over 3. You all just type in the calculator. Don't need to crack your head to do it. It's not 43 over 3. It's 43 times 3 plus 1, which is 130 over 3. Okay, but just type in the calculator. You are the last batch of lucky students already. Okay, to actually use calculator. Okay, can? Okay, let's move on. Next one. Question 4. The area of the Amazon forest represents 27 over 50 of the total area of rainforest in the world. Calculate the total area of rainforest in the world. Give your answer correct to the nearest 100,000 kilometer squared. Okay, what we can do, you do a reverse of it. You can write your total multiply 27 over 50 is equals to 55,000,000. Okay, this is what is given to you in the question, the Amazon forest. And then you calculate this. X is equals to 55,12345 multiply 50 over 27. Okay, can you all use your calculator? 12345 times 50 divided by 27. Okay, did they say they want you to round up to the nearest 100,000? Okay, whenever they say round up to something, what want you all do? Don't straight away write down the values that they want you to round up to. Write down whatever that is seen on your calculator first. Okay, so here you'll get 10185,185. Okay, 0.19. Then only you round up. Okay, nearest 100,000 means you get 1, 0, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this will be your final answer. 1, 0, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because you want to round up to the nearest 100,000, it means, okay, actually, don't write extra things to distract you. 100,000 means until, oops, here. Okay, you round up, you plus 1. Question 5. The area in the world, 60.7 hectares of rainforest are lost every minute. Okay, lost every minute. Calculate the total area in hectares, the range of rainforest that is lost in 365 days. Give your answer in standard form. Okay, so every minute, we need to figure out, the first thing is 365 days has how many minutes? Okay, so we will do the calculation here. You do the conversion, 365. Okay, 1 day got how many hours? 24 hours. 1 hour has how many minutes? 60 minutes. Okay, so this is the total amount of minutes in 365 days. 365 times 24 times 60. Calculate this. 60.7 times 365 times 24 times 60. You get 319,039. 319,03920. Okay, this will be the first step. Okay, second thing, how to change it to standard form. Standard form would be this form. A multiply 10 to the power of n. What is the condition? Your A needs to be 1 to 10. Your n, okay, how to do your n value? If you decimal place moves left, okay, you add the power. Decimal place moves right, you minus the power. Okay, sometimes, right, your calculator also can do one. You all can just try and see. You type in 31903920. Oops, 31903920. Okay, sometimes not all the values. You press on the ENG button. Okay, it will help you change into some sort of power form, but it's not necessary in standard form. But you can use this to check whether you are close to it or not. Okay, so if you press this value already, you press equal, then you type in, you use this button, ENG. This ENG, by default, it will help you change it to standard form. Okay, not standard form, as in a power form. Sometimes might be standard, sometimes might be not standard. Got it? Okay, so you use leverage on your calculator, but if you don't want to do that way, you just remember like that. If my decimal place move to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I move 7 spaces, okay, you will need to multiply your power times 10 to the power 7. Where's ENG on your calculator? In the middle, towards the left side of it. 3.19 times 10 to the power 7. Okay, don't need to write until so many decimal places also. Okay, don't go and write all of it. Come up. Okay, next one. Question B. The Amazon River has a length of 6440 km, correct to the nearest 10 km. The Congo River, length of 4400 km, correct to the nearest 100 km. Calculate the upper bound and of the difference between the length of Amazon and Congo River. Okay, how can I find the difference? Upper bound difference. Difference means I will take one term minus another term. So we remember we got 4 combination, either plus, minus, times, or divide for upper bound and lower bound. So the question to ask is, how can I find the biggest difference between both of these values here? Okay. Let's say Amazon, we call this A. Congo, we call it C. Okay, so A minus C. How can I find the biggest difference in the upper bound when I want to take A, okay, length of A minus C? Okay, Chui, very good. Upper bound minus lower bound, okay? Not upper bound minus upper bound. For you to get the differences, that means the biggest differences between both of them must be upper and lower. One big value minus a small value. Then you get the biggest possible value. So let's find what is the A upper bound first. A upper bound, which is 6440 plus 10 over 2. You get 6445. C lower bound, the smaller value, 4,400. Is it correct to the nearest 100 km? So I'll take 1 minus 100 over 2. This will be 4350. Okay, so the difference, you take 6445 minus 4350, which is equals to 2095. All right, if all of you are okay for question 1, can you just type a 1 in the chat? Okay, many questions are in first question itself. Okay, normally first question will be a numbers chapter question. So consists of percentages, ratio, upper bound, lower bound, standard form. Okay, all the very, very first chapter that you all learn. Okay, let's go to number 2. Number 2 on the chapter of transformation. On the grid, draw the image of triangle T after a reflection in the x-axis. Okay, reflection means this is your mirror. X-axis is your mirror. So the distance, the perpendicular distance to the mirror will all be the same. So you just need to calculate 1, 1. So put here the point, then here 1, 2, 3, here 1, 2, 3. Okay, then here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, like this. This is for question A. Question 1. 1. Okay, number 2. Triangle T after a translation by the vector negative 5, 2. So all the points move left by 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 2 down. The second one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Okay, this is number 2. Number 3. Enlargement by scale factor negative 1 over 2 with center negative 1, 1. Yeah, I erase this first. Okay, where is negative 1, 1 first? Negative 1, 1. Okay, this will be the center point. Okay, what does it mean negative 1 over 2? There are two aspects to this. Negative doesn't mean it becomes smaller. For transformation, negative means on the opposite side of the center. Opposite side of center. Okay, you need to remember this. How will your image look like? The final image will be inverted. Okay, image will be inverse. The 1 over 2 is the one that makes it smaller. Okay, smaller by half. Okay, don't make the mistake. Negative is not making it smaller. Negative, it means on the other side. So what do I mean by the other side? You're going to take your ruler. Okay, this is what you're going to do. Take your ruler from, you take one point at a time. Take this point, you connect here. Okay, so yeah, I'll just show you the steps. You connect over here, you see what's the distance. Okay, so according to mine, it's 3.2. Okay, no, sorry, not 3.2, 3.6. You understand? Okay, so here to here is 3.6. I want to go to the other side because of negative. Then I'm going to expand it to half the length of 3.6, which is 1.8. Okay, so 3.6 plus 1.8 here will be 5.4 until here. Okay, my here I can't really draw that accurately. So where's the point? Okay, this one actually you all have to draw very, very carefully. Okay, the point. Okay, how did 1.8? You divide by 2. Okay, this one very, very, very tricky. So I want you all to draw until here first. Okay, I want you all to, this one you all want to practice properly, you all print this page out. You measure this distance here first. What's the distance from here to here? Okay, according to mine, you all follow wherever, okay, whatever amount that you all see on your paper. Here is 3.6 cm according to mine. Okay, because the scale factor is negative half. Negative means you go extend a bit more, then your half the 1.6 will be 1.8. Okay, this one looks a bit strange, right? In the middle, but this is where it is. So you need to draw it very, very accurately for this type of question. Everyone understand? Okay, you do it for every single point. So you measure here, okay, measure here to here. Must be extremely accurate. So you're gonna take from here to here. Okay, according to mine is 4.5. Okay, I hope it's accurate. So this one, 4.5. Okay, you expand a little more. 4.5 divided by 2 will be 2.25. Okay, so you measure from the center to here, 2.25. Okay, so I modify a bit. Will be at this point here. Okay, you need to measure to the dot. Otherwise, another way to do it, I'll show you all. So this is 1 point. This is 1 point. So here is 4.5. Then I'll measure here 2.25. 2.25. Okay, go do for the last point. You'll go and draw by yourself. You should get this point here. Okay, then you connect the dots. Okay, so this one, here to here, you measure, then here to here. Okay, another way that y'all can do it is y'all can calculate the number of boxes, which is like this. Here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so the vector is -3, 2. Okay, -3, 2. You half it means you'll get -1.51. -1.51. So that's how you get this point. Okay, that will be the first point. Then you go do for every single point. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2, 4, you half it, you get 1, 2. So 1, 2. That's how you get this point. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 4. You half it, you get 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, you can use both ways to double check it. Okay, which way you all prefer? Do you prefer using the ruler way, method 1, or calculating the number of boxes, method 2? Okay, 2, 1, 2, 1. Both ways also is okay. Okay, stick to the method that you all like. Okay, can you use it for non-negative enlargement? Can, but non-negative, you have to know that where you are drawing to, it will be on this part here. Yeah, so if you measure here, like let's say if the scale factor is 2, let's say this is center, right? You take 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Okay, so 2, -4 will become 4, -8. You just multiply by 2. You just need to know the direction. Where is the direction of it? Negative on the opposite side of the center. Positive on the same side of the center. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Question B. A shape P is enlarged by scale factor 3 to give shape Q. Shape Q is then enlarged by scale factor 2/5 to give shape R. The area of P is 10 cm square. Calculate the area of shape R. Okay, when we enlarge the scale factor by 3 for an area, what do we multiply it by? So we first have to understand the formula here first. So if you want to enlarge, you take your original shape, your area. Okay, this one enlarge for area. You multiply by k squared. K is your scale factor. So your original shape is 10. This is your P. They say multiply, enlarge by scale factor 3. So you're not going to multiply it by 3. You multiply it by 3 squared because you are enlarging for area. Then you get Q. So this is P. This is Q. Now you multiply one more time, 2/5 squared to get R. Okay, calculate this. You will get 14.4 cm squared. Okay, another thing, during your working, don't need to write all the units. Later, very messy. So you just ensure that the final one, the unit is the same. But take note of the units, just that don't need to keep writing down the units, unless it's a question that is testing you on units. Okay, question 2, any question? How many marks if you didn't square? 0. Okay, 0 marks. Okay, if y'all are good, can y'all just type 2 in the chat? You get 40. Bracket this. You need to bracket. Okay, let's move on. Next one. Question 3a. C equals to 1 over 4 xy squared. Find C when x equals to 5 and y equals to 8. Okay, just substitute it in and then calculate it. So you get C equals to 1 over 4, 5 times 8 squared. You'll get 80. The next one, find the positive value of y when C equals to 15 and x equals to 2.4. Okay, so substitute in, then you need to rearrange it. 15 equals to 1 over 4, 2.4 y squared. Okay, multiply by 4 first. 15 times 4, you get 60 equals to 2.4 y squared. Okay, 60 divided by 2.4. Divide 2.4. I just write the working here at the side. You don't have to write down, so that everyone understand. Y squared. Okay, y will be equals to plus minus square root 25. So you get plus minus 5. Plus minus 5, they say they want the positive value only. So you get 5. Remember, when you square, you bring over square root, you will get plus minus square root, not just square root. Okay, question A done. Write as a single fraction in its simplest form. Question B. So to make it to one fraction, you have to ensure that your denominator same. Will you get wrong if you didn't write plus minus? Okay, according to the mark scheme, no, because it's just a 2-mark question. Okay, so you're lucky. But write down lah, okay, it's the proper working. Okay, so how to make it to the same denominator? We need to multiply this by x minus 1, x minus 1. This one you multiply by 2x plus 5, 2x plus 5. Okay, write down the working here first. 4 multiply 2x plus 5 minus 3 multiply x minus 1. You can straight away just write it into one denominator. So here become x minus 1, 2x plus 5. Okay, let's simplify the numerator, the top part. You get 8x plus 20 minus 3x plus 3. Okay, remember this form. So this question is on algebra. When they ask you to write it in its simplest form, and we already do this fraction, a factorized form is actually a more simplified version of it. Okay, so don't need to do anything extra. If they say simplest form, okay, you all can write down this one. Simplest form, don't need expand. But if you expand it, it's not wrong. Okay, you need to expand it correctly. But it's not necessary for you to expand when it's already in factorized form, because a factorized form technically it's a more simplified version of it. Okay, so we leave it at the bottom. X minus 1, 2x plus 5. Okay, at the top, you get 5x plus 23. You just leave it. X minus 1, 2x plus 5. If you expand it, the bottom, you should get 2x squared plus 3x minus 5. Okay, so if you're not confident to expand it, just don't expand it. Don't do anything extra. Okay, question B. Let's go to question C. Expand and simplify 2x plus 3, 4 minus x squared. Okay, I will expand the behind one first. 2x plus 3. 4 minus x squared is not 4 square x square. Okay, what will you get? This one a minus b square a square minus 2ab plus b squared. If you don't know how to expand like this, just multiply 4 minus x times 4 minus x. So here you get 16 minus 8x plus 8 squared. You either do this or you just do 4 minus x times 4 minus x or expand this. Okay, this part here, to avoid mistake, I want you all to write down one more step, which is you're going to write down the first term from the first bracket. So this is the form that I want you all to do. If you see got 2 terms and then 3 terms, you write like that. 2x, then 16 minus 8x plus x squared. Okay, then the second bracket. Then you take the second term, then you write the bracket again. When you write like this, right, it is clearer for you to see that you expand like that. Otherwise, your head will be a bit haywire where you see like that. Okay, this is just based on my experience. I observe students working, and I want y'all to try to avoid mistake. But just spend the next like extra 4 seconds to write this out. Now only you expand it. So here you get 32x minus 16x squared plus 2x cubed plus 48 minus 24x plus 3x squared. It's not necessary, but you can just write down. Then now you combine all the terms to each other. So 16x squared, 3x squared, 32x, 24x. Okay, join those terms together that's highlighted. And normally what we want to do is you start with the biggest power. So here, 2x cubed minus 13x squared plus 8x plus 48. Okay, this is expansion of brackets. Okay, if you all miss out anything later, I'll send this paper to you all. Let's move on. Next one. Question D. Simplify y power 8 over 16x power 16 bracket negative 3 over 4. Okay. When we do this, you need to know that every single term inside here needs to be powered. Okay, you need to have a power. So here y 8 times negative 3 over 4 over 16 negative 3 over 4 x 16 times negative 3 over 4. Okay, all just type into the calculator. 8 times 3 over 4, which is equals to 6. So y to the power of negative 6. Okay, this one, especially those who are using older calculator, okay, you ensure when you all type in this value, power negative 3 over 4, you need to bracket the whole thing. Okay, bracket this. So 16 power 3 over 4. Okay, can you flip it? Can. Sorry, I didn't flip it yet. But if you want to, the first one, to get rid of the negative, you inverse the whole thing first also can. Okay, probably that way actually will be better. Okay, so here you'll get 8 to the power of negative 1 and 16 times 3 over 4, 12. 8 to the power of negative 12. Okay, since all of it has negative, okay, you can either leave it like this. Okay, you can either, actually, no, I don't think you can leave it like this. They say simplify it. Okay, you flip everything, okay, because negative 8x 12 over y power 6. Okay, I think like what Ismail said, I think the better way to do it is first step, you power negative first. So I think better because not so many negative. So you change it to 16x 16 over y 8 3 over 4. Okay, this way will be better. Okay, very good, Ismail. Okay, number 3. If you are okay with 3, please type 3 in the chat. Full marks, are you here? Okay. Okay, let's move on to question number 4. Number 4 is everything on statistics. GNU records the time in seconds that some cars take to travel 195 cm. Box and whisker plot show this info. Okay, first of all, we need to understand what does a box and whisker plot shows us. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. The first thing we need to understand is this is your median. Okay, this is your median. This is your lowest value, your largest value. Then this is your Q1 and this is your Q3. Okay, your lower quartile and upper quartile. Okay, median. How do we read the values here? We first have to define one box represent how much. Okay, one box. Okay, wait. All right, like that first. 5 box is equals to 1. So 1 box is equals to 1 over 5, which is 0.2. Okay, so the median, you cannot roughly estimate. You got to read it to the dot. This one. What is this value here? 9.2, 9.3. Okay, half a box is 0.1. So this is 9.3. Interquartile range, we got to read these two values. First one, this one is 8.2. Q3, 11.6. Okay, so Q1 is equals to 8.2. Q3 is equals to 11.6. Interquartile range, the formula is Q3 minus Q1. 11.6 minus 8.2, which is equals to 3.4. Number 3, find the difference between the average speed of the fastest car and the average speed of the slowest car. Give your answer in kilometers per hour. Okay, first of all, look at the unit that they gave you. The unit that they gave us is 195 meter, and the time here is in seconds. So it's meter per second. How do we first do this conversion? Meter per second to kilometer per hour. Okay, we don't have to memorize a specific value. Just do basic conversion. Meter to km, you will need to divide by 1000. Second to hour, you divide by 60, then divide by 60. Okay, so just use this unit here. Yeah, you can just, you join it all together. You can write it as divide 1000 over 3600. You want to simplify this or not, doesn't matter. Okay, but anyway, the fastest one, which is your largest, sorry, your smallest amount of time. Okay, because your speed, we need to know one more thing. Speed is distance over time. So I want to find the distance is constant, 195. The time, the shortest time is 6. Then I will divide. Yeah, actually we do top and bottom. Divide 1000, divide 3600, like that. I don't want to complicate the value. I don't want, because if you try to memorize it later in exam, I'm scared you'll forget the value. Okay, type this whole thing in the calculator, you'll get 117 kilometers per hour. Slowest, so you take 195 over 13. At the top, you divide 1000, and here you divide 3600. So you just type this whole thing in the calculator. If you are using older calculator, ensure you bracket this, then over 13 bracket this whole thing. You will get here 54 kilometers per hour. Okay, so the difference will be 117 minus 54, which is equals to 63. 63 kilometers per hour. Okay, next one. Question B. Matilda records 80 different cars with a different full tank of fuel. Okay, show this information. So you got this bunch of data. Write down the class interval that consists the median. Okay, how to find the position of median first? Okay, median, the position is you take n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, you take the total, which is 80, you plus 1, you divide by 2. So 81 divided by 2, you will get 40.5th position. Okay, where exactly is the 40.5th position? How do we do this? You just take out your calculator. We will do the cumulative frequency. Okay, do the cumulative frequency for this. So you just type 7 plus 13 equals 20. Okay, I just write at the bottom here. So that means until the 20th position will be over here. We want the 40.5 position. Okay, then plus 19 until here will be your 39 position. Okay, so this one here confirm is where the 40th and 41st position and all will be at already. Got it? Okay, so this is your median, not the middle. Okay, not the middle class, then it will be the median. Most students will answer 400 to 420. You use the cumulative frequency like that. Okay, estimate of the mean. Estimate of the mean. So what is the formula for mean? Sum of fx over sum of f. Okay, be very careful when you all do the question over here, because one value wrong, the entire formula will be wrong. And I want you all to list out all the values. Don't straight away just type in the calculator and then you don't write the working. You may sometimes, maybe the final answer might be wrong, okay, but you still get some marks from the working. So first thing, you find all the midpoint, the midpoint of the class. So this will become 275, 350, 410, 450 plus 420 divided by 2. This will be 435. And then here will be 475. Okay, sorry, just in case anyone don't know how to find median, you take the two values, you add up together, then you divide it by 2. Okay, once you have this, you're going to take fx. So f is this value here, 7 times 275. Okay, then plus 13 times 350 plus 19 times 410 plus 21 times 435 plus 20 times 475 over total is 80. Okay, I want your, once again, don't straight away write this whole thing into a calculator just in case, because when you all check back later on, best that you all write down the value first. So type all the values on top first on the calculator, all the values on top. You should get 32900. Okay, unless you type in one of the values wrongly. And here you'll get 411.25 km. Okay, next one. Do I have to memorize the formula? Of course. Okay. Yes, you have to memorize this formula over here. Okay, next one. Histogram. Whenever you see the word histogram, what is the formula that you all need to write down? FD equals to F over CW. Okay, FD is your frequency density. Frequency density normally represents the height of a histogram. Okay, they say the height of the bar for 250 to 300 is equals to 2.8 cm. Calculate the height of the bar for each of the following intervals. So I want you all to go and calculate the frequency density for each of these table, each of these values over here first. Okay, so I will just write down just roughly write down here 300 to 400, 400 to 420, 420 to 450, 450 to 500. Okay, the first thing we want to write down what is the FD value. Okay, frequency density, which is this one here. Okay, so F over CW. F over the class width is, okay, maybe I do one step at a time so that you all can see the full working. F is 7, 13, 19, 21, 20. Class width, you take the biggest value minus the smallest value of the class. So 50, 100, 80, 30, and 50. Okay, I see Deborah writing already, the value. Okay, the first one, what is the value of this? You take 7 divided by 50. Okay, this is the working that you need to do. 7 divide 50, 0.14. This one, 13 over 100, 0.13. 19 over 80, 0.2375. Okay, wait, do you need to do all of it? 300, 400 to 420, 420. Okay, 21 divided by 30, you get 0.7. Okay, they never ask for the last one, we don't care lah. Okay, now they say your first one, the height, so this is your frequency density, the height is equals to 2.8 cm. So we need to find what is the scale to multiply to here. Okay, so let's say I want to find this thing called my K value. My K value will be, you take the height divided by 0.14 because your height represents the frequency density. Okay, so 2.8 divided 0.14, you will multiply by 20. So all these values you need to multiply by 20. 0.13, you times 20. Okay, this one multiply 20, you get 2.6. This one multiply 20, multiply 20. 0.2375, 0.2375 times 20, you get 4.75. And here's 0.7 times 20, 40. Okay, so your final answer will be here 2.6, 4.75, and 40. Okay, sorry. The second one is 0.2375 times 20. Okay. Hold on a minute. I did something wrong here. Okay, sorry, teacher did one value wrong. It should be 20. Okay, 19 divided by 20. So this will be 0.95. 0.95 times 20, you get 19. So 2.6, 19, and then 40. Yeah, 19. Okay, the last one, question 4. 2 of the 80 cars are chosen at random. Find the probability that with a full tank of fuel, one of the cars can travel more than 450 km. Okay, so travel more than 450 km. Then the other one, not more than 300 km. Okay, I want you all to look back into the table. So more than 450 km will be this section here. Not more than 300 km is this section here. So how to find probability? Okay, this one will be a without replacement type of question. And then you also need to take into consideration, I can choose this first, then choose this, or I can choose this blue section first, then only choose this yellow section. Okay, so how to do the calculation for this type of question? You will take 20 over 80 multiply, okay, because 20 is the first one, multiply 7 over 79. Okay, but you can also do the other way around. That means I can calculate the blue group first, then only the yellow group. So I need to multiply it by 2. Okay, so if you want to see the full working, right, it's like this. Probability, one is more than 450 km, and the other one is not more than 300 km, plus probability less than 300, less than or equals 300, then more than 450. Both of them, the probability will be the same. Okay, you don't have to write the first step. This is just explanation. Okay, calculate this 20 over 80 times 7 over 79. This will be 7 over 316 multiply 2. So you get 7 over 158. Okay, until question 4. Please type 4 if you all are okay. For question 4. Okay, let's go to question 5. P is the 0.17. Q is the point. What if you don't times 2? Then minus 1 mark. Okay. That will be the second and third mark. You don't have 2 marks here. No, you get 1 mark only. Okay, find PQ. Okay, what is PQ? We've got OP, we've got OQ. Okay, OP is 17, OQ is equals to 5, -5. PQ will be OQ minus OP. 5, -5 minus 1, 7. You will get here 4, -12. Second one, show that OP magnitude is equals to OQ magnitude. Okay, what is the formula of magnitude? This one is square root x squared plus y squared. Do the calculation for this. OP is equals to square root 1 square plus 7 square. You go calculate this, you will get square root 50. OQ 5 square plus -5 square, square root 50. Okay, therefore we can say OP is equals to OQ. Third one, PQ is a chord of circle with center O. Calculate the circumference of this circle. Okay, so we can use this 2 pi r. 2 pi square root 50 or cert 50 we call it. I think some of you all get 5 cert 2, right? So you just write 5 cert 2, you will get here 44.4. Number 4, PQ is the diameter of a different circle with center R. Find the mid coordinates of R. Okay, so we need to find the midpoint. Midpoint, which is 5 plus 1 divided by 2 and -5 plus 7 divided by 2. Okay, we want to find the midpoint of PQ because they say it's the diameter. Diameter, the center will be the middle part lah. Okay, so here 3, 1. Okay, next question. Question 5. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of PQ. Okay, we have P and Q. Okay, let's write down again first. P and Q 17, Q 5, -5. Okay, I was just telling my students that perpendicular bisector is a very, very famous question. So you all need to okay, need to master this. Okay, first thing you need to find. Did we find this already? Midpoint of PQ. Okay. Okay, did we find midpoint of PQ? Five and 1. Okay, teacher blur a bit already. Sorry, I'm looking at too many things. Okay, what's midpoint of PQ? Okay, how come my working is different here? Okay, midpoint, which is equals to 3, -1. Okay, then I want to find the gradient of PQ. Okay, gradient of PQ, which is 7 minus -5 over 1 minus 5. 12 over -4, you'll get -3. Okay, so here, you find the perpendicular gradient. Perpendicular gradient. Okay, let's call this the M perpendicular. You just need to negative reciprocal it. Okay, so here negative reciprocal will be, okay, what's the value here? 1 over 3. Okay, 1 over 3. Okay, then what we need to do is we need to find what is the y-intercept. Y-intercept, you substitute y equals mx plus c. -1, 1 over 3 negative 3. Okay, what am I doing? Why negative 1? 1, right? Okay. Sorry, teacher, because my working, I think I wrote something wrong. So it should be 1. Okay, so 3 plus C. Okay, now correct. Okay, 1 equals to 1 plus C. So C is equals to 0. Okay, so you need these few points. What I'm using over here, I'm using the midpoint. Then this gradient, I substitute into here. Okay, these 3 points to find the C. Then the final one, we are gonna use this value, this C and this M value. We put into Y equals mx plus C. So we just get Y equals to 1 over 3x. Okay, the next one. The position vector of A is A, position vector of B is B. M is a point on AB such that AM to MB is 2 to 3. Find in terms of A and B the position vector of M. Give your answer in its simplest form. Okay, what does it mean, position vector of M? Okay, position vector of M refers to OM. I want to find what is OM. Okay, what exactly is OM? We got AM, MB. Okay, anything that we can find over here. AM, okay, we can write it as AM to MB is 2 to 3. Okay, what else do we have? They say A. So okay, we just roughly sketch it out first. Let's say this is O, this is A. Let's say here is B. I'm going to say that this is A, this is B. Then AM to MB, that means we got this one more line where M is probably somewhere here. The ratio is 2 to 3. Okay, we can draw this diagram out first to understand it better. I'm just doing a rough sketch. I don't know how A and how B the direction is also. And we want to find what is OM. It means this part here. Okay, what is OM? What I can do is I find what is OA plus AM. Okay, OA plus AM. To find AM, I find what is AB first. You just refer to the diagram. You find what is AB, which is negative OA plus OB. Okay, which will get negative A plus B. Then you look according to the diagram. AM is 2 over 5 AB. AB was negative A plus B. So here is negative 2 over 5A plus 2 over 5B. Okay, and the final one, I want to find what is OM. OM will be OA plus AM. OA is A plus negative 2 over 5A plus 2 over 5B, which you'll get 3 over 5A plus 2 over 5B. Okay, everyone good? Until here? If you are good, please type 5 in chat. Okay, 5. Okay, we take a short break first. Let's take a short 4 minutes break. Okay, just 4 minutes, and then we'll come back for part 2.